What is going on, everyone, and welcome back to another Black Desert video. So today was patch day. There is a couple of new events going on, and we got another thing that requires us to look at the seal of choice rewards. Now, just by looking at it without actually knowing how much you get by grinding and all that, this looks pretty good. So with that said, RBF rewards have been renewed. We got some cool stuff to look at as well. But I think this one is pretty important. We're going to talk about the value of all of the things and what I think is important to get first. Ideally, by the end of the event, you get all of them. But for the sake of what should you get first, whether you're a beginner or an endgame player, this is probably going to be interesting for you. Okay, so going down the list, we have a rare hammer box. Primordial hammer and ancient hammer. If you don't know what they do, the primordial hammer is for sovereign weapons, which is probably the better choice. And then the ancient hammer is for your Charizard accessories, I believe. So I would recommend you getting the primordial hammer and then using it for Sov when you're going for like Oct and higher. So it's not really a rush to use them, but it will save you Cron Stones the further down in the enhancing path you go. So I'd probably get this one up first, as it just has a lot of value that you probably wouldn't get elsewhere. Next, we have a 200 stack. They kind of give fail stacks out like candy these days, to the point where even newer players, you probably have a bunch of them that you don't know what to do with. But they're not bad. It's just not the highest priority pick for me. Like, I would pick the outfit over the 200 stack first, even as a newer player, just because you could turn it into crons, or if you like something, just use it. So, yeah. Let me see. Yep, this is the generic thankful premium box as usual. They've given so many of these exact same ones out, so if you've gotten it from previous events, it's not like a new outfit, it's just another one. So for a majority of us, it's probably Cron Stones. Next, we have the shiny gold bar box. That one is starting at 500 million silver all the way up to 3 billion. Free silver, always nice. Landscape paint box. So if you are going for treasure items eventually, these paint boxes are what you use when you're grinding other spots for a treasure item. I have a video talking about every single treasure item and what I think is more important to get for most people. If you want to watch that, I'll leave a link in the description. But this one's not bad. It's just if you don't have treasure items yet and you want to go for something, just go watch that video and I talk about those in more detail. Training selection box. The stuff you need to make tier 9 horses. Generally pretty good, but ever since they changed the system where you can get a free tier 10 just by like hitting level 60 or 61 or something like that as a new player, you just get one for free. You just get a free horse. These are not the highest value anymore, but eventually when you're trying to get all three of them, you need them. 50 to 100 sharps. Most people use these for alchemy stone enhancing and also just regular enhancing. So these are pretty nice, but probably not the highest priority. This one is standard, you know, sharps, memfrags, a 60 stack, blackstones, cool. Low on the priority list. Dreamy enhancement box. So chances are you're getting like the bottom stuff, which is like Capris, Memfrags, Cronstones. Fun gamble boxes, always nice. Dim Origin of Dark Hungers are the things you need to build your fail stacks. It's kind of like the ones that are dropping from endgame grind spots, but these are pretty good. Oh, I would actually save these until you're around like 280, 290 fail stacks, and then use these for the last ones to push it up to a 300 stack, just because it's not as expensive and it gives the same value. So these are rare. High priority on these, but just use them like after your stack is at around like 280 and up, so you get the maximum value out of it. So yeah. Other than that, use the ones that cost like 1 billion silver to build your 200 or something up to 280, 290, then use those. Everything else is stuff that you can get in the game. Life skill box, kind of like the other one. Capra stones are always good for people who are looking to build their sovereign weapons. The offhand, I believe, more item drop loot scrolls, or not loot scrolls, but like item, yeah, drop rate. Royal Fern Root for people who are going for tier 10 horses, Perfume of Courage, and Deep Seas. I'd recommended Courage's first over to Deep Seas. These are probably like to get you into the new grind spot, meeting the AP cap, and then Deep Seas are for people who are overcapped for a spot, and then those work better. Magical Shards, these are always a fun one. If you're not on the NA server, you could probably buy these on the market. That's what I've heard. But if you're on the NA server, then Magical Shards are like rare. So yeah, it's one of those things where it depends on the server you're playing on. Other than that, these are warm black tea. These are probably higher value than a lot of these other ones, just because life skillers use these pretty regularly, and they're not like common items that you can get normally. So yeah, that's about it. So here's what I'd recommend: hammer box first, followed by the outfit, then the shiny box, and then probably like anything you can't get with silver. I would get those first. If you need magical shards, those could be a priority. And then after that, that's it. All right, red battlefield tokens. Let's just see what the rewards are. These are just weekly resets. I think these are permanent for at least until they upgrade this again next year or 2 years from now. Gold bars, these are 500 to 1.5 billion per box. Cool. My experience with RBF is I generally like to get the perfumes because I don't like spending 30 bill on it, but you have to use like 3 of them an hour grinding at most spots. Sealed black magic crystals, if you're on NA, these are probably important. Everything else kind of irrelevant. And then these, if you need the crystals, always good. But there's one thing I wanted to talk about. When you logged in, there's a choice thingy. So you know those like would you rather games that people are like, would you rather get 1,000 cronstones or 500 to 1,500 or 1,000 to 5,000? It's kind of like, I think this is at the end of the event, they're going to total up the number of what people pick and then send us like a box or something of all that. But we are BDO players. We live for the gamble. You choose 100 to 5,000 or no balls because like what is 1,000 cronstones doing? What is 1,500? We go for 100 to 5,000. We're BDO players. You choose this one, and this one is you just really don't care what you get. But anyway, 1,000 to 5,000 will probably realistically end up with 100 for most people. But you know, we live for that gamble, so you choose this one. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, it was a small event today, and just remember, this is still going on. I believe we talked about this in the other video of what you should get. I don't know how I feel. There's a lot of these events where you just collect all these currencies, and you know, is this one still going on? I have no idea. But either way, this one's new. Get the hammer box. I am very close to my second Nav Sovereign. 146 out of 165. That doesn't feel good. That's actually like, I don't know that many people that have pitied a Sovereign. I know some people that have pitied a deck Sovereign. That doesn't feel good either. That's probably going to be me, but yep. We are slowly working on this one. This first Nav, that was a pity, by the way. I have a video of it. Full 165. This is about to be number 2 full pity, so yeah. Anyway, cool event going on. Just make sure to log in and everything. I was fishing a little bit, so you do get these from fishing, most likely from grinding, and then maybe gathering. So yeah, I don't know how many you get on a regular, but you guys will let me know if you're gathering or grinding. Just let me know. I'm sure this is probably determined by like spot density. So for example, if you grind like Poly's Forest, which has a lot of enemies, you're probably getting more than like somewhere like Olin's or something, but I have no idea. I'll test that at another time. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. Hope you guys have a fantastic day. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Would love to see you come back. We got a bunch of new things to talk about in the future, new events and other things going on. But before we wrap up, I wanted to talk about one thing. All of the BDO partners were given the opportunity to showcase a new outfit that released today, and it's where is it? This new Caelina one. Now this one is unique because it only is on like various classes that are like the female ones, and Dark Knight was included in this one. So I want to show you what it looks like, and you can buy it. Anything that's not one of those like K-pop morning like outfits, those are always good for me. So anyway, with that said, I want to show you what it looks like when I show you how it dies, and you can get it in the Pearl Shop today as well. So it's a 4-piece thing, and I want to show you what it looks like. So this is what it looks like by default. We're probably going to change that color. If you are playing Awakening, I believe it. Whether you're playing Awakening or Succession, you could hide your weapon and everything, or just hide like various, like the cape and all that stuff if you don't like it, or anything else. But I'm happy with this outfit. It's not one of the 715 generic ones. The one thing I will say, this kind of looks like that one lawn outfit, the Sanguine one, but different color. And anyway, let's see how this dies. All right. So, main outfit color. Yep. What is this one? Oh yeah, like the metal. I guess that's not really. Is that metal or not really? Let's see, what would this look like? Oh, that's not bad if you do the Valencian one. I think this is kind of like fabric and everything, so probably like Ulvian or silky Hydelian one's probably fine for that, and then the metal parts are probably Valencian, so that one's not too bad. Another chain one. That's pretty good. I'm actually very impressed that the attention to detail, like otherwise this would probably be connected to the outfit, so you could change that color. If you do 0 and 3, these are 2 different ones. Make sure to align those. Little metal like wing thingy. Well, that's pretty cool actually. Then this one, you can change that one to whatever color you like. Yeah, the fact that you could separate every individual piece like this, that's a very nice attention to detail. It's like 4 things that I thought would be connected to one in a way. This one. Oh, the back of the cape. I would say probably silky in a way. Yeah, silky is probably a nice touch to it. And then the actual cape color. And the other wing. That's a lot of detail for the one piece. And then the glove right here. Let me save that one real quick. All right. Gloves. Front part of the wrist, a full glove piece, and a ring. They've been doing a lot of pieces where like they have a ring piece that comes with it that I think is pretty cool. Next we have the shoes. Front part, top, and the actual heel itself. That's pretty nice. I think it looks good by default. And this one, the horn, little feather thingy. Looks good to me. I think for the most part, it's a nice outfit. It really does look like the lawn one. Let me show you. Lawn. I know. Oh my god. What is it called? It really looks like that one for the lawn, but It's like, you know that one meme that's like, let me copy your homework, but make it look different? That's this outfit. Anyway, it's not bad, but I'm just glad, I'm happy it's not one of those K-pop ones. I don't think those are bad either. I just think we're oversaturated in that and we need more, you know, kind of unique ones in a way. So yeah, that's about it. Anyway, I'll see you guys later. Peace.